right, let's talk SQL. If you've ever found yourself writing the same complex query over and over again, or just staring at the screen while your database takes forever to find something, then you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're going to level up your skills with two tools that will make your SQL work smarter and a whole lot faster. So you've got the basics down, right? You can create tables, insert data, and write queries to pull exactly what you need. And that's awesome. That's a huge step. But what if you could save those super complex queries for good? Or what if you could make a search that takes, say, 10 seconds, run in the blink of an eye? Well, that's exactly what we're talking about next. That's what this whole explainer is about. We're going to open up that SQL toolbox of yours and add a couple of new, really powerful tools that every single developer should have. So let's get right to it. Okay, meet your new best friends, views and indexes. Just think of it this way. Views are your smart tool. They're all about simplifying complexity and keeping your work really clean and organized. And indexes, well, that's your fast tool. It's built for one thing and one thing only, pure, unadulterated speed. Let's start with a smart one. First up is our smart tool, the SQL view. And honestly, the best way to get what these do isn't with some dry technical definition, it's with a really simple analogy. I want you to think of a view as a window into your database. A window doesn't actually contain the trees and the houses outside, right? It just gives you a very specific framed perspective of them. A view is exactly the same. It doesn't hold any data itself. It just gives you a predefined way to look at the data in your existing tables. So what is it really? Well, at its core, a view is just a saved query. That's it. You write that really complicated query with all the joins and filters and conditions one time. You save it as a view, and from that moment on, you can treat it just like it's a regular table. Let's see it in action. It'll make perfect sense. Imagine we have a big employees table, and we're constantly needing to find the people who earn more than $70,000 a year. Well, with this one simple command, we create a view called high_salaries that basically saves this exact query for us forever. And boom, there's our result. This high salaries view, it looks and feels and acts just like a real table. But as you can see, it's a super clean, focused version that only contains the high earners we asked for. All the other noise is gone. And here's the magic. This is the payoff. From now on, you never have to type out that long where clause again. You just run a simple select star from high_salaries. It's clean, it's simple, and it saves a ton of time and potential typos. Okay, so we've covered the smart tool that gives us simplicity. Now let's switch gears and talk about the fast tool that gives us performance. SQL indexes. This is all about speed, speed, speed. This is by far my favorite way to think about it. Searching a big database table without an index is like trying to find a specific topic in a 1,000-page book by reading every single page. It's painful. An index is like flipping to the back of the book, finding your topic in the, index, and it tells you, go to page 742. You jump right there. And technically speaking, that analogy is pretty much spot on. An index is a separate, special lookup table that your database creates and maintains behind the scenes. It maps the values in a column to their physical location on the disk, allowing the database engine to find the rows you're looking for incredibly fast. And the best part, creating one is so simple. Let's say we're always searching our employees table by salary. With this one line of code, we just tell the database, hey, create an index for me, call it IDX_salary, and build it on the salary column. That's it. And the difference it makes is just night and day. On a table with millions of rows, searching for a specific salary could take several seconds, with the database just chugging along, scanning every row. But with that index in place, the results is practically instantaneous. You hit enter, and the answer is there. Okay, so we know what they are, but the million-dollar question is, when do you actually use them? Let's look at a few real-world scenarios to make it super clear. So here's the rule of thumb. You use views for simplicity and security. For example, you could create a view for a manager that only shows them high-balance customer accounts, completely hiding all the other sensitive data from them. You use indexes for pure speed. Think about an e-commerce website that needs to find a product by its ID 1,000 times a second. That's a job for an index. Just remember the trade-off. Indexes use extra storage space, so you only want to add them to columns you search on all the time. All right, I've done enough talking. Now it's your turn to put on your developer hat and put these brand new tools to the test. So take a second and really think about this. Based on what we just saw, how would you write the code for these two tasks? For that first one, you're going to need a create view statement with a where clause, right? And for the second one, you'll need a create index statement that targets the employee name column. Feel free to pause and think it through. And just like that, you've basically unlocked two new SQL superpowers. You're not just writing queries anymore. You're starting to design efficient, elegant, and professional database solutions. So let's recap it one last time. Views are your saved queries. They create virtual tables for simplicity and security. They're your SMART tool. And indexes, they're your speed boosters. They enable fast lookups for when performance absolutely matters. They're your FAST tool. Smart and fast. So please, remember, these aren't just some obscure features you'll never use. These are fundamental tools for writing professional, high-performance SQL. You really do now hold the keys to make your database work for you, making it both smarter and a whole lot faster. I really hope this explainer was helpful. From now on, the next time you write a query, just ask yourself, is my problem complexity or is it speed? Am I trying to build a window or do I need a shortcut? Getting that answer right is what separates the pros. Keep practicing and join us next time when we're going to dive into SQL transactions. See you then.